Due to karaoke, Miss Gian Lorraine is not joining us on this episode.
You look so dumb right now! Standing outside my house! Trying to apologize. You are so ugly when you cry. Please. Just cut it out. Just cut it out.
The Tagalog word of the day is kapatid, which means siblings. Being a British Filipino can be a proper mad thing. So let's get into this week's Chismis.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Tutu Chismis. It's your girl JT.
It's your girl Gisselle, and we have two very special guests. Would you like to introduce yourself?
I'm Lorraine. I am Giselle's eldest sister.
My ate, yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
And I'm John, I'm her eldest brother,
My kuya, yes.
I think.
You are, yes, you actually are.
I'm older than your other one.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are.
Oh no, but I'm younger than.
My other sister.
Yeah, this
But
this
let's
is gonna get
Never
bad.
mind. Let's go.
That's another podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, my ate and kuya are here today to join us on this episode, where we will be talking about, what it was like for them growing up Filipino in the 80s in Hackney, East London, for those of you who don't know. So what's your, let's say, your first earliest sort of memory or experience of being Filipino that you can remember?
Of it like being obvious that we're
Yeah.
Because first we actually went to a Catholic school, so it wasn't actually a problem.
Typical Filipinos.
Yeah. It's not till
The divorce.
but
Another podcast.
we moved to a different bit of Hackney where there was no.
Yeah, it was
There
a
was,
Church of England.
yeah, we went to a Church of England school, and that's when I realised that we were different. We were basically the only Filipinos in the village.
Oh my
That
god.
kind of thing.
And basically, in my class, there was two Oriental-looking people. So they lumped us together.
Of course.
Him, the other guy being Chinese. We knew we were different from each other, but the rest of the people, they had no idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
And I had a Vietnamese girl in my class, and they thought,
Just
"Oh,
wanted
you
the
must be the same."
Yeah.
But we weren't.
No.
That's all.
Oh my god.
It's like that stereotypical thing, like, when I think it was Joko's thing, he said,
Mm.
Asians can tell each other apart, but, other people
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
That is very
It's
true.
true.
That
Yeah,
is
it's
very
true.
true. Did you experience any racism?
Ah,
I think a lot of it was ignorance, but there was some racism.
Mm.
And we lived in and I still live there now, and you are at the moment.
Yeah.
Live in the same estate that we grew up in.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. It's
Oh
way different now.
gosh.
But back then,
Mm.
I think the majority of the kids around there are white kids,
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
and that's
That was part of it.
that's where it came
So
from.
set the scene for us. Like, what was Hackney like in the 80s? Because it's changed now. It's very gentrified, very trendy.
Mm.
So, set the scene for us. And, as you said, there was a lot of white people around you. But, yeah, what was it like just in Hackney?
It depends how you look at it, because the way I grew up being a boy and my sister growing up being a girl, it was completely different.
Yeah.
My sister hardly went out. I went out a lot.
I wasn't allowed because it's that. It was that Filipino thing. You're a girl. You're not allowed to go
Yeah.
out.
Was Dad like that too? He just didn't
Well,
say.
At
No.
that time we only saw him on the weekends, didn't we?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he'd
and he'd
take
take us out
on
all the time,
weekends.
every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your mum was the one sort of telling you,
Yeah.
"Don't go out, stay at
You're a girl.
home."
You're not allowed to go out.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I was the one that went out like every day, like played out with friends playing football and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's where I really noticed the racism.
Mm.
There was growing up in the estate. I remember one black guy.
Just one.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Everyone else was white.
Yeah. Or us.
Yeah. Not even us, because it's me. I'm the one that went out.
Yeah.
So it was me and the black guy, and that was it. Everyone else was white.
And actually, I think even then, everyone in the estate were boys anyway.
Yeah. So
me
she
going out
couldn't go
made
out anyway.
sense.
You had one friend in the estate, the Vietnamese girl in your class.
Oh my
yeah.
god! So your friend from school was your one friend in your area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Literally,
gosh.
there was like Irish, Scottish, English.
Oh my god!
So basically, that's when I noticed the racism. You know, it's like, you know, we'd be playing football. You know, everything's cool, and then someone would make some stupid remark.
Was
Like
it
what?
was it like the younger
Well, we were
people or the
mostly
older ones?
the older ones. Well, they came from out of the estate, to be honest,
Oh, okay.
and they were all black. So, like, you know, I
Yeah.
didn't see any issues there. But the ones around my age, probably like my sister's age,
Yeah.
being the eldest of the group. You know, they'd make those stupid, ignorant Chinese remarks, and
You know when they imitate the Chinese language.
you know, all that
Get that a
crap.
lot.
You know.
How did you react? Because I know your temper can be a bit.
No, see, at that point, I wasn't really like mum and dad.
Yeah.
to put it, you know, to put it mildly.
I actually think I had the worst temper than him.
Yeah,
I was-
when she was younger,
I was
you know, her temper was
because
worse.
one
But-
of the kids that did that I
Yeah.
don't want to do
The
it, but
remarks,
that,
yeah.
the imitation of the Chinese language. When he did that to me.
It was a ginger boy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the same one. I'll say that in a minute. What he did. I told him to f his mum
Oh.
because I don't know. I was just.
That must have took a lot of anger to say that.
Yeah, because it's not just the one time. It's like you hear it a lot, and I thought that was that's the last one.
Constantly.
Let me show
Yeah.
this boy I can speak
Yeah.
English.
Yeah.
We were born in the same country. Just don't.
Yeah. Oh my god. So what did he do?
He went. I don't know if it's the shock of what I said or that I could speak English. I have no
Probably
idea.
both.
Yeah.
Combination.
Yeah.
Because I actually also threatened him as well.
Oh. Guys.
Well, no, because, you know, one of those things that, you know, one of those racist things, they actually, a whole bunch of them, they had got some fireworks.
Mm-hmm. This is what I was going to say.
And
what he did.
I'm scared to hear this story.
Literally,
I'm scared.
you know, me, Lorraine, and our mum were at home at the time. Can't remember what time of year it was, but they got some fireworks. Put it through the letterbox.
Yeah.
What?
It went off when I went in the corridor and I screamed. That's how
Yeah.
they knew.
Yeah. So after I found out who it was, I threatened him.
It's on site, you know.
Yeah.
What?
That's what they used to do to us.
And-
Firework.
And
Yeah.
after that,
Letterbox.
and after that,
Like you
And
probably.
your hallway is not.
it's not
not
big.
a
It's
big
not
It's not,
big.
it's not wide. It's not long.
It's literally like a little bit because it goes
So
that
me
way.
Yeah, 'cause
walking in there.
Yeah.
Well, luckily it didn't hit me, but
That kid should have got in trouble by the authorities.
He should have been arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, at that point,
Oh, yeah.
you know, if you call the police at that point, you know,
You're
you're
a
not gonna,
snitch,
you're
yeah.
not gonna know what's going to
Yeah.
happen. Yeah. So
It's true.
Oh my god.
Of course, the whole house fire.
yeah. So when I found out,
That's so
who it
bad.
was,
Yeah.
obviously I had to shake down a few people in the estate. But
Oh.
yeah,
when I found out who it was, I found out it was the two ginger boys, the twins.
yeah, they're
Oh, they're
twins.
double
Yeah.
the trouble.
Yeah.
Oh my
They
god.
they never approached us again.
No.
Right.
Sounds like a right nightmare.
Oh my. How did your
But
mum react?
that you know, it's not, you know, that's just like some of it. It's not even all of it.
What's the
Because-
worst of it?
I mean, I think it was just really the constant racism.
Yeah.
There was a point where he's still on my Facebook because we're still old friends.
Okay.
But I tend to keep
Oh, I know who
I
you're
tend
talking
I
about,
tend
don't
I tend to keep an eye on them because you know you have to. Now, to anyone else, this wouldn't be an insult. But to him, he thought it was, you know, bloody hilarious. He'd go around people, like, calling people Ghanaians. Like, what's that supposed to mean? you know,
What?
Using it as an
he'd go,
insult.
Yeah.
you know, he'd go around with his West Germany shit, you know, West Germany
Yeah.
back in the day and all that stuff. Okay, oh, you're a Ghanaian, da, 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 da. You ABC, you African booty cleaner, all of this stuff. And you know, me being that age, I'm like, I know this is bad.
Yeah. How old were you roughly at this point?
Between 9 and 11.
Wow, that is so young.
Yeah, and you can only say, you know, that you're not born racist, you're taught racism. So,
It's true.
Yeah,
so it's obviously
yeah.
not from him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's heard it from
He's
his
heard it from
parents,
his
family
parents or
members.
whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, his parents were fine to me, but with other people, I have no idea what they did.
Yeah.
There was one point. At I was 17. I was as big as I am now. So they called me to go around to their house because they'd moved actually locally.
Oh my gosh.
they,
Just
they,
from Hackney?
they lived in Plaistow.
Oh.
You know, near the Tesco,
Which test?
the junction. You know when you're going towards.
What, the one on the roundabout?
No.
On Greengate.
You're
Yeah,
telling me.
Greengate.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lived near there.
Yeah.
So they called me to go around to their house once. Probably 17, 18 years old. To threaten someone.
What?
Because I wasn't white.
So they asked you to do their dirty work.
Yeah. Yeah. And he was a big man as well.
Yeah.
The guy was probably like 30.
Oh my gosh. Just because you weren't white.
Mm.
That's why they called you up. What
Mm.
the fuck is
It's kind
wrong
of like,
with
oh,
people?
I have ethnic friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So
Like,
it
I
can't
know,
be-
I know bad people because they're like
Yeah, so
ethnic.
don't mess with me.
Don't mess with me kind of thing.
What the hell?
Are you talking about they lived upstairs?
Yeah. The skinny one.
3 boys?
Yep.
Okay. I know we can't name people.
We can't name people, right?
Just in
Yeah.
case. Oh my gosh.
Because the eldest, who was in my class, made a stupid comment.
Oh, what's he
about-
saying now?
Oh, is that when we got burgled?
Yeah, so like when I was 16, the day before
Exams.
my first GCSE exam, we got burgled and I was the only one in the house because I didn't have an exam. So anyway, that's a different story. Then I spotted the burglar, so we called the police.
Yeah.
So what the police did, obviously for your safety, they came, and me and my mum went in the van so that they could drive around, so I could find.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I spotted him. Fine, got caught. Okay. So the next day, this idiot from the same family said to me that they'd seen us go into the police van, all this stuff, blah blah blah. You know what this idiot said to me? So I explained why. He said, "Oh, I thought it was because you were illegal immigrants." I thought, "Oh my god, I was born in this country. Hello."
Don't even.
And imagine, I grew up with this boy
He's so
Exactly.
from
stupid.
primary school
Yeah.
up until 16, and he thought we were being carted off because we were illegal immigrants.
Why do I don't get why people's minds jump to that.
Because
Because you weren't even in the wrong in this situation. It was actually for your safety and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've just jumped and pulled the race card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
See my eyes?
Lost for words.
Yeah, no, I mean,
because sometimes people think I'd say this, I'd say that, but you don't, because you're actually shocked that someone is that dumb, someone that you did know would say something that dumb.
Yeah.
exactly. You'd known this person since you're like 6 years of age.
How stupid can you be? Oh my gosh, that really annoys me because we were born here.
Mm.
Do I need to show you my passport or
Do
something?
you know what I mean? It's like
I have as much right to be here as you.
you know
We
what
were
I
born in the
mean?
same
what I mean?
country.
We have the same rights.
Exactly.
Don't be stupid. And like for me, I think the other thing was, you know, like girls already struggle with their looks. We put it on ourselves. We're like, oh my god, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not skinny enough. All that. But this is in primary school, not even in secondary school. I felt like I was never pretty because it was. Well, I was made to feel like that actually, because I'm not white. I'm not blonde.
You're not the ideal
Yeah.
what society thinks is
Yeah,
pretty.
and they make comments like, you know, when I grow up, I won't be pretty like them with the long hair and all this. And
I'm, you know, compared to them, I'm dark. I'm not even that dark, to be honest. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but compared to them, it's like, you're not light enough to be pretty, you're not blonde enough to be pretty, and it's like... So I grew up into my teens feeling like that.
That is so messed up.
And then I still felt like that at secondary school.
Yeah, but now they want our colour.
Do you know what I mean? So it took me a while to be comfortable in my own skin.
Yeah.
I'm 41 now. And I don't know, it's probably taken me 20 to 30 years to be comfortable in my own skin.
No, it is difficult. I can imagine it being way difficult back then to how it was even us.
Yeah.
Going through the same stuff, but back then it was probably way more difficult.
So it's so girl-wise, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That was difficult for me. It's difficult, you know, they make you feel... It makes you feel difficult to look in the mirror because you think I'm never going to be pretty.
And even culturally, like Filipinos can be like that. So
and this is what I hate.
you have
when
the
they
cultural
say
aspect and then the societal aspect, and it's all coming at you as well.
Yeah. So it was like at both angles. It's like your Rona telling you that you're not not pretty because you're this way, that way. You've got freckles. You're too fat. You're too this. And then the white girl's telling you you're never going to be pretty because you're not.
So messed up,
pale enough.
I mean, that's all down to obviously Filipinos still have that colonial mentality, and what they don't realise is back home, the colonial attitude links to racism, class links to it as well. So, obviously when we were, our ancestors were colonised by the Spanish, the lighter you are,
the prettier,
the more well off you are as well.
Yeah.
So that's why, dark skin's not considered as attractive in the Philippines.
Which is the opposite, of what people think here.
It's funny how you look at it.
Yeah.
Like all the things that the girls diss me for now is what they want to be.
Tan skin, like lips, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Even, opposite to our flat where we grew up, it's the bloody tanning shop.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
I know it's for money, though. I mean, not saying. I haven't said the name of the shop. It's fine.
Yeah. Don't know where we live.
Don't know where we live. All you know is Hackney. But it's funny how the attitudes have reversed. And it's it's sad, and it makes you laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think there's still a long way to go, but compared to how we grew up, it has come a long way. Like, they didn't even know what Philippines was.
Really?
So when we were the new kids in class, in school, in Church of England school, you're different, la la la. And when they finally got in their head that I'm not Vietnamese, I don't know what happened to you. So this girl's come to me now, and then she said the following day, she went, I told my mum, because I said that we're from Philippines, or like our family's from Philippines, but I was born here, and she came the next day, and then she went, I told my mum you're from Plymouth, but I forgot what it was. I knew it began with P, and I was like, Plymouth.
I'm from Plymouth.
She didn't even say like a foreign country. It was Plymouth.
What? Nah, sister, literally.
A whole Plymouth.
So then what did you say?
I went, no, it's Philippines. I was like, I don't even know what Plymouth is.
What is that?
Oh my god.
And then I think we both got that thing in the Bible.
Yeah. So going to a Church of England school, obviously they do their Bible readings and whatnot. And at each point where they mentioned the Philippines, oh, isn't that where you're from?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Every week, guaranteed, every week. It's like they'd forget.
Yeah.
They would forget.
I got that a bit, in like primary school. So I went to a Catholic primary school, so we'd like read the Bible and stuff like that. And every time it was mentioned, no one would say anything. They just
look at the
instantly. It's just like it's a name, not a place.
And it got to the point at 1 week I went, Philippines, not Philippines. I'm the one that got in trouble.
You got in trouble?
Yeah.
For what? For correcting their mistake?
Yeah.
Nah, stop that.
Because you're coloured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Oh my
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's like-
These dark things.
You know, you can only, you know, defend it with ignorance so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, up to a certain point, and then after that, it's just,
It
you
just
know,
gets racist.
it just gets racist.
What other school experiences did you have?
Oh, I had another one. What's your name, Lorraine?
No, you're real. You're proper.
No,
name.
what's your real name, Lorraine?
No, your Chinese name.
Yeah.
I don't have.
What's your What's your real name? I just told you.
Not even Chinese, bro.
Yeah.
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 Why
Always
couldn't they believe
Always get stuff like that.
that
Like,
your name is Lorraine? Oh my
What's wrong with
gosh.
Mm. I mean, it even went up to college for me.
Wow. So like 17, 18.
Yeah. You know, I would always get lumped with the guy from Singapore.
Guys, do better.
Always. Get
Always.
along with the little Oriental one.
Yeah. They'd sit me next to. I'd be, oh, look. You know,
Like you must
know
you
each
must
other.
you must know each other. No, we just met.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there was a bit of. Do you know him? Do you know
Yeah.
him? Do you know her? Do you know him?
Yeah.
No.
It's funny because Filipinos are like that.
It's
But
true.
It's just crazy that in school
Mm.
people still like treated it that way.
Mm.
Oh
Mm.
Fun.
God,
you
nah.
know, when we went to the same secondary school, obviously 2 years apart.
Yeah.
Again, we were the only Filipinos in the school.
Because that one was Church of England too.
So, looking back at it now, it's funny because when I first started at school, all my friends were white.
yes.
By the time I left, all my friends were black.
Oh my god.
So it's like it's kind of like I found out. Literally, I think it was about year 9 that some of my so-called friends weren't friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, you know, I got on tight with, you know, black people.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think it's because we understood each other more.
Yeah, I was gonna say you have a bit of
Yes.
a common ground.
Yeah.
Cultural background kind of understanding. as
Even
well.
though you're, you know, from different parts of the world, you know,
Yeah.
your culture is very similar.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, it's true.
It's like,
And probably
talking to-
like experiences here as well.
Yeah, you know,
that's true.
it's like I was talking to one of my Jamaican friends, well, like literally my best friend, like one of my brothers. You know.
Yeah.
We were. I don't know. We were talking one day about certain words, and it turns out in Jamaica, sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah, you know, sleep. Kind of thing. You get your
Muta.
water.
Oh,
It's
That's how you read
pretty
English.
It's pretty much the same thing as it is in Jamaica. It's
is
mata.
it? Oh.
So
So close.
it's so close. So you know. Yeah.
We just can relate more.
Yeah.
We can just
definitely
relate
can
more.
Relate more. Oh my god, I have a question. Did you guys ever bring any of your like white friends home?
I didn't really have white friends.
Oh. And like, you know how Filipinos you can have a certain way of doing things and food and
Yeah. Don't get me started.
like
Don't
what was
even.
that like
Don't
what
get
was
me
the clash
started.
like? Because like even for me, yeah, you know how we have a tabot at home, like bucket and tabot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember in secondary school, I was so a lot of my friends were black in secondary school, and I remember we were talking about, you know, bucket baths and blah blah blah, and like, so I was like, yeah, like that's how I actually shower, like we have a bucket and stuff, and they were so shocked at that, and I was like, you know, we have a shower, but like my mum much prefers a tabot, so that's just what I use, and obviously, you know, if the boiler breaks, bucket, you know, get all one bucket.
Boil.
Yeah, you got no choice.
And they were just like, no. And I was like, yeah, guys, like, we're like kind of one in the same, you know? Like, I will boil
Oh
the
no, as
kettle.
in like, wow, with the same.
Yeah, like, they were like, no, and like, they were like, take a picture. And I took a picture and I showed them the next day. And they were just like, wow. Yeah.
I don't believe you.
Like, guys.
Oh, gosh.
But yeah, what was the clash?
Oh yeah. So the same family we're talking about earlier.
Yeah.
God,
Right. Obviously, they were a couple of floors above, and you know we'd all hang out and stuff. Well, I would hang out with the one that was in my class,
Yeah.
and he'd come like to the house and stuff. And Mum would be like, "Oh, does he want to eat?" So I'd check with him, like, "Do you want to eat?" So, "Oh, what's for dinner?" And I'd say, you know, I love corned beef and rice. I'm Filipino to the core. I love corned beef and rice.
Yeah.
I love spam and rice. You know, one of those nights we were having corned beef and rice.
Yeah.
So I said corned beef and rice. He was like, literally, in my room, screwing up his face.
He didn't even
So
want to ask
he said,
questions.
he said,
Go
oh,
upstairs and
he
eat
said,
it.
he said, I'll have some.
Okay. Okay.
Did he?
When he said some, he had one spoon.
So he didn't enjoy it then.
He didn't enjoy it.
Oh God.
So like whenever I would go to his house, he'd try and English up the food. So
Oh my.
chips, burger, egg.
Like we don't know what that is.
It's overcompensating.
You know, don't get me wrong. I like English food too. I like. It's not even, you can't even call that English food because
Fried food, innit?
in it fried food, calf food.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
literally.
So yeah, of course, I'm not rude. I like food, as you can see. I'm gonna
like
eat
food.
it.
Yeah.
But don't come to someone's house and disrespect their, you
Of
know.
course.
Yeah.
If you're not, you know,
If you don't want anything, just say I'm not hungry.
exactly. I wouldn't be offended.
Exactly. You could
But
have gone upstairs to eat.
I'm more offended that you came to my house. We extended courtesy to you.
Yeah.
You had one spoon.
Even screwed up your face, you know.
Screw up your face, and it's like, alright, bro.
So when you so he grabbed a whole big plate to grab a spoon's worth.
It wasn't even a. See, that's the thing, because when he said I gave him a little,
Yeah.
I gave him a little.
Yeah.
So I gave him like literally like a quarter portion of what I
Yeah.
would take.
Just a little taste.
Yeah, just like a little bowl.
Yeah.
You know, like a little cereal bowl. He took. My boy took one spoon. I don't even want to call him my boy.
The
But
guy.
the guy took one spoon,
He called it a day.
called it a day.
It was too spicy for him.
Stop it. Too seasoned. Stop
It was too seasoned. It was too seasoned. But again, you see the disparity between our cultures. It's like I would try anything that you'd say yeah.
Yeah, like openness.
You know, and that's the worst thing because like the national dish of England is like curry.
Yeah.
But where the heck does curry come from? Please tell me.
Please, honestly, it's so true.
You know what I mean? So don't tell me you don't like rice because if you eat a curry, what are you gonna eat? Rice.
Exactly.
Even if you have a poppadom with it, if you
Yeah.
even have a naan with it,
Yeah.
you're gonna eat rice.
It's true.
So don't, you know, it got to the point where I was just like, right, I'm not even gonna bother asking you to, if you
yeah,
want to eat.
just
Yeah.
want to drink.
I'll
that's
just
it.
be rude. You want to drink? That's it.
Yeah. Let his stomach rumble.
You know what I mean? But the worst thing is, didn't he always want to sleep around
Yes.
the house?
Oh, stop.
He just
it.
he was always round
Like
all the
sleepovers.
time.
Yeah, he would always, because you know, growing
I
up,
don't get him.
because growing up, obviously with dad, you know, dad likes to give us stuff.
Yeah.
If we want something, dad will give it to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad's just that kind of guy.
That's
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, so, you know, when we're growing up, Dad bought me like, you won't know what I'm talking about, but, you know, older listeners, if you have them, they might know. You know, he got me like Sega Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Master System.
Master System.
Do you know what that
He
is?
get, you know, he got all that stuff for me,
Mm.
and obviously I was the only one on the estate fortunate to have it.
Yeah. Oh, so that's
So he'd
why.
always want to come round and, you know, sleep round and, you know,
Make use of your nice thing.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
But not eat the food.
But
But
not
not-
like the food.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a little beep.
Do you know? I got laughed at about food.
Oh yeah, loads
What?
of times.
I brought the one that sticks out in my head because everybody loves ube, isn't it? Well, Filipinos at least. And I brought some to secondary school. I got laughed at loud.
Is it what, like ube halaya or like
Yeah, because we must have gone somewhere, I don't know, and then we got
at
it.
Young Takeaway?
Yeah, so we got
Yeah, I
takeaway in
think
it.
it's one of those parties Dad used to bring us to.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we just got takeaway. So I thought, oh, I'll eat that at school for
Yeah.
my dessert. Oh my god, did I get laughed at by the white girls?
What were they saying?
She just, I don't know why it was so I looked at her because obviously ube is normal to us, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Mm.
And she went, I've never seen purple food before. I was like, oh my god. And she was literally crying.
Exactly, like, of course you haven't.
Because they think salt is.
She was crying.
Like with laughter.
Oh,
I was
well,
like,
Because of purple food.
Yeah.
Are you a child?
yes. And the thing is, we were teenage. Yeah.
But the worst thing is now they probably want to go to the Philippines.
now
And
they're the
yeah,
ones
they
that
want-
get
They probably want to
it.
go to Boracay or
Yeah.
Palawan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're probably at Mama Son's every weekend.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, I had that before.
Yeah.
I brought a spam sandwich to school.
What's wrong with spam, please?
I think
There's nothing
we've
wrong with
said
spam.
this in a
I
previous episode.
think I have,
yeah.
but in case like the peoples haven't
Yeah.
listened. So I brought a spam sandwich to school. Bread, a bit of ketchup in there, spam.
Yum.
Cool. Yum.
Yum.
Get to like I'm at school eating, and then like some of my peers, they were like, "Oh, what's that?" So I explained it. I was like, "Yeah, it's called spam, and you know, it's kind of like it was basically a burger, you know, so it was like a bit of a burger." And he was just like, "Oh, like what is that smell? Like, can you hurry up and eat it?" And I felt so embarrassed. I never ever wanted to bring a spam sandwich to school
But
again.
you know what it is, don't
That's
you?
what it is.
You know what it is. During World War II,
Yeah, the like ration
spam
food.
was a ration.
Hello.
So good.
But you know, it's down to the whole class thing. If you're eating spam, you're lower class.
Yeah,
beneath
that is
us,
true.
kind of thing.
But the kids that said it were black, so I was a bit like, oh.
No, actually no, because it's pork. They might not.
Maybe, yeah, true. It's sad though. Just kind of like, oh, like this is my norm.
I don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, like it was a proper shock to me, kind of like what was normal to me actually wasn't normal for others. That I don't know. It obviously as a child, I'm not thinking like that until I experience it as well.
Yeah, and that's what I guess when we started school, that's when we knew. Well, particularly when we went to the Church of England school. That's particularly when it was like, oh my god, I'm
It was
different.
actually apparent that you're different.
Yeah.
Because I've never noticed prior to that.
Because Filipino mums do things differently as well.
Mhm.
I remember I was probably last week of year 6. I had a sleepover with some of my friends from school, and mum being mum, you know, she made us pancakes for breakfast, but we didn't finish them. So mum being mum, you know, take it to school.
Yeah.
You know, because she don't want no waste.
Yeah.
Take it to school. So obviously I wrapped it up, took it to school, unwrapped it like, oh, what's that? Oh, why are you eating pancakes? After that, at that point, obviously you're like, oh.
Yeah, you're a bit like you feel down. Yeah.
You feel down. So, you know, I threw it away because I was embarrassed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And looking back at it now, I wish I was stronger. And it was like, you know.
But it's hard
Mum
to be
made
then
this
when
one.
we're
Yeah.
proper minority.
Especially
It's
at
hard.
the
It's
Literal-
hard, yeah.
Literal only Filipinos that no one understood, and you don't feel strong enough.
time. Yeah.
You
And
don't.
I'm guessing like your mum never, or like you know, your mum and dad never really like had that conversation with you about. I don't know. Like, did you?
No, and we'd
Yeah,
never
sort of
come
thing.
home and say,
Yeah.
I hate it at school because nobody likes me because I'm
Mm.
different. Because you just think you have to get on with it.
Yeah. Yeah. Filipinos are very much like just
You
get
just
on with
crack
it.
on, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, back at that in those days, you know, it's just like,
And then you feel like you're the one that's wrong.
yeah.
When really you are.
There's nothing wrong
completely
with
not.
you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably what gave me my anxiety
Mhm.
today. Like, you know, all those experiences.
Yeah.
You know, you can fight it up to a certain point, but you know, stuff when you've heard from when you're younger, that's gonna stick with you.
Yeah. Of course.
So, you know, I deal with my anxiety quite well,
Mhm.
but there's certain days that are really,
Yeah. Of
difficult.
course. Yeah.
you know.
And I went the other way and it just makes me angry. And I don't care what anyone thinks about me.
Yeah.
Because
You do have to shake
you're
it
all
off.
dumb.
though. Yeah, they are dumb.
If you have dumb thoughts like that, you're all dumb.
Wow, so much has
And-
changed.
It has.
Oh, yeah, it has.
But I think, yeah, and because some of it even went into adulthood. So, like, even when I started working, I'd get stupid comments because I used to work at. Am I allowed to say where I? Well, I used to work at Hamley's toy store, and people used to either think I was a cleaner.
Yeah.
They used to ask me if I speak English.
I don't
Or
even
there
know
were
words,
times when,
honestly.
because I got a bit promoted to senior
Ooh.
sales, so if a supervisor or manager wasn't around,
It was you, right?
it was me.
Yeah.
So that usually was like at the end of the day. And then this woman, I told her I was in charge of the floor, And then she was asking about something. I said, I know they're on order because I actually spoke to a customer, blah, 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 whatever I needed to say. So I told her when they'd be in stock. So a colleague of mine, an older white man, asked me the same question. I thought, oh, what coincidence, this is popular. I looked round, it was the same damn woman
Who had gone
that
to
had
him.
asked me, and he'd gone and asked to check. And then he turned around to say, well, she's in charge.
As you said in the first place. Oh my god.
So he did, yeah, and that was the 90s.
Damn.
That was
Early
mid-90s. Mid to late 90s.
So our time was coming then.
Yeah.
We're like kind of
Yeah.
late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, you. I
It's
think
just
you
the
probably would
stupidity.
have just would have been. You probably would have been
Yeah,
1 or 2
'cause-
years old.
yeah. Oh yeah, because I used to buy you toys for because I got
Did you? Oh
discount,
god.
yeah. I'd even get some people going, your English is so good. How long have you been here?
Born here.
I just love, I just,
I mean,
yes.
I mean, you
You
even
can
get.
imagine it.
Yeah, it is. It's making my blood boil.
Yeah.
You even. I mean, you even get today up to a certain point, because obviously when you're answering the phone,
Oh yeah.
you know,
People don't know what you look like.
people don't know what you look like. So when you email them back, it's like the tone of their email changes. Like, you know, I'm basically like a supervisor at work. So when they speak to me, you know, I put on my phone voice.
Yeah, of course. We all have a phone voice.
I can't, you know, I can't be hood
Yeah.
at work. But I'm hood with my colleagues, but you know, that's different. You know, so I speak to people on the phone and, you know, I say, okay, no, fine, I'll email you, whatever. So they see my surname. It's not Western.
Smith.
Yeah.
It's not Western.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, okay. Yeah, it's like you can tell, you can
Yeah.
read the tone of their email.
Did they like dumb down their English?
A little bit. A little bit.
Just because our
So
surname
I,
is Spanish.
so I, you know, I broke out some proper dictionary English.
You have to.
I
you
love
know.
them ones.
You
You
do,
know, and they'll be
just to
like, oh,
counteract the
yeah.
stupidity.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I put on a posh voice when anytime someone asked if I could speak English.
Yeah, of course, because it's
Because I'd
just
be
like,
like, oh yes, yes I do actually. And they'd be like,
Yeah, it's so true.
don't, just don't.
Oh. Mate.
Because yeah, I actually had it this week as well.
Did you? This
Yeah,
week?
This week. Because
It doesn't stop.
I had to, basically I had to call a preferred supplier for work because we owe them some money. Anyway, so I called him and, you know, put on my best professional voice, and, you know, I could tell he was shocked by the way he answered the phone. He was like, oh,
Oh my gosh, she was expecting.
how are you?
So-
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm fine. So, how are you? You know. But you could tell as soon as because like he'd only ever seen my name via email. So as soon as I picked up the phone to him, he didn't know who it was.
That is so
So, you
messed
know.
up, you know.
Yeah.
And that's what I think that's what makes it difficult for not even just for Filipinos, just like generally
In general, yeah.
people of, you know, different ethnicities. You know, you have to combat everybody's kind of like preconceived notions of who you are.
Yeah.
100%.
You know what I mean?
You
So
really do.
I've got that one because I work in a hospital. They think I'm a nurse.
yeah,
You're not even a
she's
bloody
an-
nurse.
because she's NHS.
I didn't even go college, uni. Don't. I'm not.
I hate that.
I'm not. Yeah. Now I deal with complaints. Oh.
People like you, honestly.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Stupid.
And I mean, I think growing up as well as a Filipino, because everybody tried to pigeonhole you into something else. At some points when I was younger, it's like not denying that I'm Filipino. It's just that I just wanted to fit in.
Yeah,
Yes.
I heard that a lot as well.
So, you know, when people now say, "Oh, why are you so?" Not even pro-Filipino, it's just like, why are you anti whatever? I say, I'm not. I'm just being true to who I am and where
And
I
embracing
Exactly.
our culture.
You know, I don't have a problem with you shouting St. George, St. Patrick, St. Andy, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I don't have a problem with you doing that. I respect that. this is your country. I respect that, but don't, you know,
Don't diss mine.
don't diss mine.
Yeah, just accept
Accept
we're Filipino,
accept
born
we're
in
from
this
different
country.
places, yeah.
Keep it stepping, mate.
Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean? Just come into the 21st century, please.
Do you know what I mean? Like, how far back are you?
Yeah, exactly. It's
Exactly.
just that
You can display
we
your
did
Union
any-
Jack
yeah.
and whatnot. I will display my 3 stars in the sun.
It's true.
Amen. Yeah, and I think just we'd do anything to fit in, but not to deny who we are.
Yeah.
I think we were just who we are at home. At school, we were just
You just
We had
be
trying to
that
be the
way.
English kids.
We had to be
too. Do you know
we
what
had
I
to be
mean?
chameleons at that.
Yeah.
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 Down to the point, I think I said this to someone and they thought it was really odd, and I don't actually think it's odd anymore because do you know who John Barrowman is? He was in the Jungle one.
Yeah.
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 But
Doctor
he's he's Torchwood. But anyway, I saw an interview. It really hit me. I saw an interview with him and his sister once. So he was talking in this American accent to I don't know who's interviewing them,
Canadian.
and whatever accent. And then when he and his sister were talking to each other, because they're actually Scottish, they were talking in a Scottish accent to each other, and the reason they changed their accent is because they wanted to fit in.
Oh
And
my god.
I did that. I do that. And I actually recently said to one of my colleagues, I actually don't know what my real accent is.
Oh, because you switched so
Because
much.
I switch a lot.
Oh my god.
Depending on who I talk
No,
to.
but I
No,
get that.
no.
I get that.
Literally, I've got 3 different accents.
I've got
3.
Yeah, I've got a lot.
I've got my work accent.
Yep.
I've got my, my brethren accent. It's actually probably 4. I got my home accent,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and I got the accent I speak to my wife in.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Yeah,
don't-
that one.
Because if I speak the way I normally speak, she doesn't
She
understand.
won't catch it. Yeah.
So I have to speak in some like
Weird.
weird
a bit like
Filipino, English, American
English.
accent.
Yeah, it gets
Yeah.
all
It gets,
mixed up.
so if I speak
Yeah.
normally like how I'm speaking now, say, oh no, you're speaking too fast.
Yeah.
Oh.
Speak slowly.
Yeah.
So I have to literally like speak like in a slow
Taglish
way.
it.
Taglish it.
Them ones.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, because I don't know about you, but I feel like if we talk to our parents in our friend accent, the one we used at school, they'd be like, "Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
You're Filipino."
True. I do
Even
talk
now
to
when
my
we
parents.
talk to her like that,
Yeah.
she's like,
Your
what?
mum's alright though.
No, but she still doesn't understand like
Sometimes.
if
So
we
they're
speak
properly
normally,
like,
Oh.
So even like we're speaking to you differently now than we would speak.
to her.
I feel like
Which
I probably
is-
subconsciously changed
I-
it then. I didn't
Yeah,
realise.
probably do.
I think we first subconsciously in that. I mean, first it was conscious,
Yeah.
and now it's just
Now it's just
you just
'Cause
automatically
you're
change
also-
it
to whoever you're talking to.
Yeah.
And that was, I think, for me, it was out of embarrassment of
Mm.
being different.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Even to my wife's Filipino friends,
Oh yeah, you do your little.
I do my
thing.
little.
But I
dodgy-
don't.
Yeah,
I don't
like
have
you
like
know.
this Filipino accent.
Maybe because mine is thicker than hers, like my
Maybe.
normal talking.
I don't know.
A bit, maybe. I think a little bit, probably.
Because obviously, like again, growing up
Yeah.
differently.
Yeah.
Even though we lived in the same house, we grew up differently.
Yeah, that's true.
I always was out all the time.
Mm.
So what I consider to be my natural voice would be how I'm speaking to my friends.
But that would not be heard indoors.
Yeah, exactly.
You're lucky though, because I don't know what my real one is. Because
Because
it switches so much. I
Yeah.
don't know what one's real.
And then
Because
you've got
didn't-
baby voice.
because didn't Cham say something to you about when she heard me speaking to like Andre and
Yeah, like all your friends. That
Was
is-
she like, whoa?
She was like, I didn't know who I didn't know who was
Yeah.
speaking.
Gosh, that bad, you know.
Yeah, because I'm speaking normally, speaking freely.
Mm.
I can, just read off conversation.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about having to, think if can you understand what I'm saying?
It
kind of
just
thing.
rolls off the
It just
tongue.
rolls off the tongue.
Yeah.
And on that note, thanks, innit? I'm joking.
bro.
I'm joking. Yeah, thank you guys for joining us today.
Right.
Hope you enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, it was
Hope
fun.
you guys listening enjoyed.
If you want us again, come here.
I'll hit you up.
That's probably just like a brief
Yeah.
Little insight.
That's like a
little
brief
insight.
history.
Taster.
That's like the 80s. Like, you gotta get into
Thank
you gotta get into the
for throwing us
90s.
Back to the
Properly.
80s.
You gotta get into the 90s and
Before
professional-
you were born.
Yeah. Oh my god.
You gotta get into the professional life as well.
Oh my god. But thank you guys so much.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you for having us.
You're welcome. Any final words, Jen?
What's Filipino? What did Tagalog? What
What's
did
it called? Follow them on their socials. What are your
Yeah,
socials?
Oh, you can do if you like.
You can.
Where can the peoples find you if they would like to find you?
I think really I only use Instagram because I'm a mum of a 4-year-old, so there's not enough time. So I'm at Poshloz on Instagram. That's POSHLOZ.
Yeah, probably Instagram as well. Yeah, mine's a bit. I don't know how you say it. It's a bit streety actually. Alright, so it's heavyweight, but that's WA_LUVA. So that's heavyweight lover.
Oh.
Nickname given to me by someone at college.
Oh, that's nice. Didn't know that.
Oh, can you look follow one more? My husband.
Yes, go ahead.
It's at Namana Recipes
Oh yeah,
on
guys.
Instagram
And YouTube.
because
Follow up,
cook,
follow up.
We cook, yeah, and YouTube Namana Recipes.
No.
NAMA. I just found Namana.
NAMANA.
Recipes
Yes.
on YouTube and Instagram, so you can learn about Filipino food.
Thank
It's not all
And cook
Filipino
it.
food.
And cook it.
Yes,
And
thank
cook
you
it.
guys so much.
Sure, thank you.
You've reached the end of another episode with your favourite chismosas. If you're eager to learn more about us and the culture, find us at Tutu Chismis on all platforms.